Y'all wouldn't believe what this black woman is blaming Kamala Harris for. And I don't blame her.
I need this message to go out to our vice president who's running for president. I have heard all over social media about, excuse me if I say anything wrong, immigrants getting loans, money. It was hard for me to believe. It was just extremely hard for me to believe. I've been in business such a long time. Back in 2019, I purchased my first food truck. It cost me over $25,000. I paid it cash money. I worked hard to pay for this truck. I'm now selling it because I'm doing other things, but I'm selling it. I had a guy come to look at purchasing my vehicle, or my food truck. And he explained to me he's an illegal immigrant. He has no credit. He has no money in the bank. But he showed me his paperwork that he will receive funds to purchase my food truck. I'm thankful that he's buying it, but I'm hurt that I worked so hard to pay cash for my food truck. I have good credit, can't even get a business loan because of the color of my skin. I have veterans in my family. I'm a veteran. I've been self-employed for so long. But somebody, please tell me, how do I work so hard to have somebody who comes to this country, not long, no credit, and he shows me paperwork where they'll be funding him money to buy my food truck. And when I talked to the bank, they told me usually they have to go straight to a dealership because I'm a private sale. But for special circumstances, they're going to, they allow it. But I need my president to tell me why I worked so hard all these years, all these decades. Couldn't get a business loan, but I bust my ass to get the money to create my business. And we got immigrants coming here. And they're getting money. Money! We're doing nothing but just being here. It's not right, and I want answers.
Scripture is clear that we ought to treat the sojourner who's, with us in our native land, which is America, that's dwelling among us, as we should treat ourselves. We should love them as we love ourselves, according to Scripture in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 34. But my only question is, now I'm not questioning the scripture. I'm not questioning the scripture. I'm not questioning God. But my question is, at what cost? Or rather, at the cost of who? Meaning us, the black people. Is it at our expense? Y'all remember when Trump said this?
A lot of the journalists in this room are black. I will tell you that coming from the border are millions and millions of people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has a job.
All right.
And
Mr.
they're taking the employment away from black people. They're coming in, they're invading. It's an invasion of millions of people, probably 15, 16, 17 million people. I have a feeling it's much more than that. And everybody's been seeing what's happened. The first group of people, the black population, is affected most by that. And Kamala is allowing it to happen. She's the border czar. She's the worst border czar in the history of the world. There's never been a border czar like this.
Now, at first, when I heard Trump say that, I was like, what do you mean by that? And now I get it. After watching that clip of that sister, and she started crying, and and she was in her feelings about what happened, was going on in her life with her business, she feel as though that, the American government is failing the black community because these foreigners is coming over here and getting funding, they getting credit, they getting subsidies and grants and all that stuff, while us black folk have to work 10 times hard to get not even a fraction, not even a small fraction of what they get to come over here and get at no cost freely on the backs of black people.
Ain't that right? He ain't lying.
And this is the reason why I say, and many others like Tariq Nasheed and the rest of them say, that reparations is so important. This should be a discussion on the table. This is something that we all should be talking about as black people if they want us to, get out here and vote this time around, because it's not cool that everybody is getting tangibles except for black people. And celebrities like Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, and all the rest that's out here chucking and jiving for Kamala Harris expect us to just give her our vote because she's black. You know what I mean? Now, what level of stupidity is that? When you see a lot of these other communities that put people in place, they putting people in place because they know they getting something tangible out of it. They not putting people in place just because they white or Hispanic or this, that, and the third. No, they ain't not putting them people in place because of the ethnicity. They putting people in place because these people are getting something out of it. You think them conservatives just they want Trump in place just because he's a white man? No, they want Trump in place because they know Trump is going to go to war and go to bat and get them whatever they want, because they getting tangibles. But these celebrities, these black celebrities, just expect us black people just to vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. Man, get out of here. The black community is going through it right now. The black community is suffering. Y'all expect us ordinary black people to vote for Kamala Harris because she's quote unquote black, while she's giving out her administration along with Biden is giving out tangibles. They're giving out credit. They're giving out money. They're giving out subsidy grants and all that stuff to all these foreigners, while they do absolutely nothing for her so-called community, which is the black community. Like, what part of the ball game is that? And y'all remember, like I know y'all keep hearing me say this. Y'all remember she said she's not only the black people's president, but yet she's going out and doing all this other tangible stuff and giving out all this monetary stuff to all these other communities and not doing nothing for her own community, the so-called black community. Make it out of here. Now again, I am for helping foreigners because they deserve to be helped as well. You know what I mean? I am not saying they don't deserve to be helped. I'm not saying we should ignore or turn a blind eye to them. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it seems like it's coming at the cost of us black people. It's almost like everybody else come over here and get stuff, and everybody struggle go get ahead of the black struggle when we was here struggling first. You see what I'm saying? But it's obvious, right? The government don't want to do nothing for black people. They don't want to give us reparations. They putting everybody's stuff over top of our stuff. And it's obvious that the government is not applying verse 35 and 36 in Leviticus chapter 19. Now watch this. Look at the scripture. Look at the scripture here, y'all. You shall do no wrong in judgment, in measuring of length or weight or quantity. Verse 36, watch this. You shall have just balances. And it's obvious that the American government don't have just balances when it comes to the black community. The funny thing is, all the black people who's quick to support Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Obama and all them, they always bring up, oh, well, they gave money to the HBCUs. They always bringing up that stuff. But here's the crazy thing. On the flip side, they giving all these tangibles to these other communities. They giving them stone cold cash. They giving them stone cold credit. They giving them business funding. They giving them subsidy grants to do all this stuff, tangible stuff to get them off their feet, to get their communities thriving, to get their communities. They can go get their own grocery stores. They can go start their own this, that, and the third. While we should just be complacent and we should just be happy that they giving money to HBCUs. Man, I'm tired of these people, man. So here's the thing. As much as I do not like agreeing with Trump, he's right. Black jobs and black businesses are in jeopardy. Black jobs and black businesses is going out of business. They are slowly, it's a slow, painful death, for the lack of better words, to the black community, that Kamala Harris and Obama and Joe Biden and them is doing at the hands and the cost of these migrants. And Kamala Harris is at the forefront of the destruction of her own so-called community, the black community. And I want to leave with this. Like I said on my last podcast about Kamala Harris, I ain't gonna keep on beating this dead horse. I find it amazing that all you chucking and jiving black celebrities and all these people, black women and all these people that's trying to promote Kamala Harris, where was y'all when she was running the first time? Y'all, how is she this black queen? She's fighting for the black community, but y'all ain't have that same tenacity. Y'all ain't have that same zeal when she was running in 2020. That was just 4 years ago. Y'all ain't have none of that. Y'all ain't have none of that enthusiasm when she was running the first time. That's why I say all this stuff is fake. Y'all are fake, and this is the reason why the black community is failing. Because at the end of the day, y'all all are gullible. Now, I'm not saying vote for Trump. I'm not saying vote for the Republicans. All I'm saying is make them work for your vote. If your vote is currency, make them vote for y'all. Make them work for y'all vote. Real rap, man. Hop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this, man. Let's chop this up. You know what I mean? And make sure y'all do something for the podcast today. Make sure y'all go to our merch store. It's going to be linked down below in the description area. Gasmerch.com. Y'all already know. I'll holler at y'all on the flip. Peace.
Considered the greatest spitting. I tell them I'm Christ-like. They envision modern Christian. Tell them I'm nothing like check conditions of how I'm living. I preach Christ. We ain't fake delivering. Listen, Candyman, soon as they. It's not about how much Bible chapter and verse you know. It's about how much Bible you willing to obey.